course we will take a man with serious commitment issues ring shopping. Duh. Can we all just like marvel in the fact that I am having an amazing hair day right now? Like an amazing hair day. And I don't look like, you know, a hot potato for once doing one of these videos. Hey, hi, hello, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Portia. All my friends call me Porsh, so you can call me Porsh too. I make beauty, lifestyle, random bachelor and bachelorette videos here on the tube. So if you're interested in any of those things, just keep on watching. So we have made it. We are finally done with Matt's season 25 of The Bachelor, and my God, I don't think I could ever be as happy to be done with a show or a season than I am to be done with this particular season, because I'm tired. This is going to be a little bit different. This is kind of going to echo. Really, Gracie? So this is going to be a little. So this is kind of gonna mimic my very first video that I've ever did. And if you guys have no clue what I'm talking about, I'm going to link my very first Bachelor recap, Bachelorette recap up in the cards. So just make sure you check that out. But I'm pretty much just going to give like my review of like the ending altogether, and then throw in a little bit of what I think from the after the final rose moments as well. Just for the sake of that, the whole entire show, like the finale and then the after the final rose was a total of 3 hours. 3 hours, which 2 of them hours I didn't really need. I didn't need the first 2. I didn't. I'm really going to be paraphrasing a lot and just giving you like the rundown, okay? Starting off with the show, we see Matt. He gets to see his mom and his fine brother, okay? Listen, Matt's brother should have been on The Bachelor, okay? Because I would have applied in a heartbeat. Real zaddy vibes, okay? Real zaddy vibes. The first person that we meet is Michelle. Obviously, like the queen Michelle is, she dazzles everyone. She handles John, Matt's brother's questions like a champ. She seems like she has a really good connection with his mom. Her mom, Matt's mom, is just a hot crying mess. But she really likes Michelle. The next day we see him with Rachel, and she navigates John's questions pretty well as well. And she really pulls on Matt's mom's heartstrings, because she says what really got her was the fact that Matt led this whole thing with a prayer. And clearly, I don't know if that prayer worked, because God was like, listen, I don't know who you praying to, but you ain't praying to me. So that kind of tugged on Matt's mom's heartstrings a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. So yeah, she really liked Rachel as well. Now, once everyone leaves, I like both of them. I see why you have such a good connection with both of them. But how much do you like them? Because you can say that you're you love them or you're falling in love with them, but I mean, as you already know, love fades. This might be an unpopular opinion, and y'all might not be happy with what I'm about to say. I mean, it might not even matter, because I think we already knew that he was going to choose who he was going to choose regardless. But Matt's mom was giving me real cock block vibes. I'm not happy, so I'm not expecting you to end up to be happy kind of thing. And I mean, I know that sounds bad, and I'm obviously she wants her son to be happy and to have what she wasn't able to give him or have what she wasn't able to have. But you know, there's a lot of unresolved issues in that family, okay? There's a lot of trauma going on in that family, starting from her all the way down to Matt. I don't know about John. John seems pretty normal, but you know, that's just what we see. Well, from there, Matt goes, well, I was trying to get some clarity from my family. I thought maybe they would really like one or the other, and that would kind of push me towards like a decision, but now I don't know what I want. He's second guessing himself, which I mean, at this point, you don't want to hurt anybody. You're kind of confused because you have one amazing woman that you know, have connected with. So yeah. But in the meantime, while he is having all these doubts in his head, he has another one-on-one, his final one-on-one with Michelle, and then they propel off a building. Why they want to propel off a building? So once again, Michelle is spilling her guts, just letting it all out there, making it known that she is full-blown in love with Matt, cares about Matt, she's there, she's all in, and she really, you know, wants, and you know, she really feels some way for them. And you know, all he can say is, once again, thank you for sharing that. Matt is still very unsure, so from there he goes home and he talks to Chris Harrison. Chris Harrison tells him, I don't know what to tell you, but it looks like you are in quite the pickle. So later on that night, Matt goes and talks to Michelle and tells her, essentially going to talk to her to tell her to speak his piece, how he's feeling, where he's at right now. But before he does that, Michelle hands him a gift, and it is matching jerseys. Why? Because this is one band, one sound. We are one team. We are together. We're all in this together. So Matt pretty much just tells Michelle that, hey, I don't think I'm going to get there with you. I don't feel, I'm not in love with you like I thought I would be. The homegirl is crying in the corner, and Matt is just like boo-hooing, walking away, talking to Chris Harrison. And he's just like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could carry on with this whole thing. Like, blah, 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 blah. So fast forward, we see Rachel in her nice little hotel suite. And she's getting ready for her date and all this other stuff. And then Chris Harrison knocks on her door and says, hey, you look good, girl. I like those pants. Those are nice. Those are nice. Matt don't want to see you. He don't want to see you because he just needs to figure some stuff out. So she's sad for like a whole day because she doesn't know what's going on. So she's like, okay, I guess I'll just sit here. And in the meantime, Matt is very sad, but that doesn't stop him from meeting with Neil Lane to pick out some rings. Because this is The Bachelor, of course. Of course, we will take a man with serious commitment issues ring shopping. Duh. So he finds a ring that he really, really likes, asks Neil Lane if he can hold on to it, talking about he wants that ring to represent everything that he didn't get as a child, everything that his father couldn't give to his mother. Pretty much in a 2-hour span, we just kept hearing how many times Matt could actually throw his father under the bus on national television. So from there, the next day rolls around again, and Matt, and when I say Matt, I mean the producers, slides a note under Rachel's door saying that, hey, I'm sorry that we couldn't go on our date, our very last date, but you know, think about some things and I need to get it off my chest. So meet me at the lake, okay? Meet me at the lake in snow, probably in 30-degree weather. No biggie, no biggie, no biggie. Now, I'm gonna give Rachel her props. That dress, she was killing in that green dress. She was giving real Wizard of Oz, Glinda the Good Witch type of vibes. So before Matt can even say anything, Rachel is pouring her heart out to him, saying how much she loves him and everything, and so on and so on and so forth. Matt says, you know, I really care about you too, but there's a lot that I need to work on and a lot of things that I need to think about, so I can't propose to you, but I am in love with you and I still want to be with you. So hopefully you still want to be with me. And she's like, yes, of course. And then they have a nice little horse-drawn carriage again, and they ride off into the sunset. Now, that is it. That is the ending for that whole 2-hour span. That is exactly what happened. It was just dragged out for 2 hours, like unnecessarily. So now we are here with the after the final rose, which will I say that Emmanuel Acho did an amazing and a phenomenal job hosting the after the final rose, going kind of hard on him, criticizing him, saying that, oh, he's boring or whatever just because they wanted Chris Harrison back, or a lot of people saying that he wasn't going hard enough. But I feel like in Emmanuel Acho's defense and in his position with getting this job, he had to remain a certain type of neutral. He couldn't be fully one side and fully another side, because then, you know, everybody would say that he has an agenda, whatever agenda you might think that would be. But he really had to play devil's advocate and be very Switzerland, if you must. And I think he did a really good job while still getting his point across that all these things are not okay and they need to be talked about and resolved. So the first person that we talk to is Michelle. Michelle tells us how she was wasn't expecting to be, you know, kind of blindsided like that. She thought her and Matt were on the same page, and after her and Matt had that nice little chit chat where Matt dumped her, she talked to the producers and asked if she could just get 2 minutes to talk to Matt, just to see if she could get some like clarity, some type of closure, something, because, you know, she was really distraught. And we now learn that Matt didn't want to see her. He didn't want to talk to her, nothing. Which, really, Matt? Really? You're gonna be that much of a douchebag? Like, you're just gonna dump her, and then when she was like, just give me 2 minutes, I just need to speak my piece, what have you. You're just gonna say, nah? Ew. So by then, Emmanuel asks Michelle if she is ready to get that closure because Matt is gonna come out. He asks her, does she want to see Matt? She says, not really. And Emmanuel says, you don't have a choice. So they bring Matt out and they have a conversation, and she tells Matt that, you know, hey, it really hurt me when I asked to speak with you and they said that you didn't want to see me, you didn't want to talk to me. And Matt was like, well, if I knew you were upset, I would have talked to you. You just broke up with her after she just bought you custom jerseys. She told you she loved you about 15 million times. You didn't think the girl was gonna be upset? So with that, Michelle speaks her piece and kind of throws a few little jabs in there, you know, I guess to make herself feel better, saying, you know, I hope you learn to kiss with your eyes closed and you learn in your vocabulary grows bigger than just thank you for sharing that, which, right on, girl, right on. So now we move on to just Emmanuel Acho speaking with Matt, and he talks about how everything transpired with Rachel and pretty much drags it out of Matt that him and Rachel are no longer together. And when Emmanuel asked what was the reasoning for that, Matt said that she has a lot of things that she has to work on. That is her journey, and I can no longer be a part of that. That's something that she has to do on her own, and you know, I can't help her with that. Emmanuel brings out Rachel. Rachel is doing the real good white woman tears, okay? Real white woman tears. She didn't realize back then. She should have realized. She should have did more research. She should have, you know, paid attention to everything that she was involved in, or everything that she would participate in when she was younger. And if she did, she probably wouldn't do those things. Emmanuel asked her what is she doing to progressively change, pretty much what are you doing to fix it and hold yourself accountable. And she replied to Emmanuel, well, I could give you a list of things, but you know, which is AKA I ain't doing a doggone thing. So once again, they bring Matt out again, and Matt is pretty shaken up by even sitting next to her. Emmanuel asks Matt if he has anything to say to Rachel, and the man is speechless, okay? Speechless. He has no words, nothing. And that is one thing that I want to speak on the most, is the fact that a lot of people were talking about how there was an awkward silence, and everybody was like, Matt, why can't you say something? Or why isn't Matt saying something? Like, that's just so awkward in the studio. Like, we even went to commercial and we came back and he still was silent, had nothing to say. I think the reason why his silence was so deafening is because this man, I know, let's just take Rachel being, you know, did something racially insensitive, racially inclined. Let's take that out for a second. Matt met this girl. He fell in love with her. Not long after falling in love with this girl, he finds out something devastating, hurtful, something that is harmful to him as a human being, harmful to his brother, harmful to his father, whether they have a good relationship or not, harmful to anyone that potentially looks like him. That's almost just something that you can't come back from. And that hurt, that betrayal, that just pain. That wasn't an awkward silence. That wasn't him being not knowing what to say. That was pain. That was hurt. That was, I can't believe you put me in this situation, or you put us in this situation where I have to essentially take a stand because I have no choice. Because what you did was honestly and truthfully wrong, and you need to be held accountable for your actions. You need to be educated, but that's not my position, and that's not my job to educate you. The days of us educating our significant others, especially if we're in an interracial relationship, are done with. You should know what is going to affect me and what shouldn't affect me. And this doesn't matter if you're a white person dating a black person, or a black person dating an Asian person, or a Hispanic person dating a white person or a black person. None of that matters. You should know about people's histories and backgrounds and things that might harm them and their culture going forward. That she took so long to say something. And when Emmanuel asked her, why did it take you so long? She said she wanted to find the right words to say, which it took you 6 weeks to find the right words to say. A day, 2 days, maybe, sure, yeah. 6 weeks? It took you half the season to find the right words. There aren't enough words in the human language. I'm sorry, there's just not enough words. There's not enough words in a dictionary for it to take you 6 weeks for you to release a statement. So Emmanuel says, well, how about one last final hug? You know, this is probably the last time you might see each other again. How about one last final embrace? You know, bygones be bygones. Matt says, this ain't that. Don't do that. I'm not hugging her. I'm not. Sorry. I don't know if that's a publicity stunt or, you know, he's just trying to make it seem like, you know, I can't be with you ever again. Just, you know, to make the public happy, because I know there's a lot of articles out there now saying that, you know, he only broke up with her because of societal pressure and the fact that, you know, they both would have got way worse backlash if he didn't break up with her. That's just hearsay. We don't know. Maybe it is true, maybe it isn't, but we don't know. But to end on a good note, we officially now know the Bachelorette that is coming up this season, or should I say Bachelorettes. My baby is 2. Now, I kind of already knew this going into After the Final Rose, because I mean, you even really a part of Bachelor Nation if you don't listen to anything Reality Steve says. So both women, and when I say both women, I say Michelle and Katie, come back out on stage to announce that we are having 2 bachelorettes, dual bachelorette seasons, which I think is so amazing, so phenomenal. And we still have a fan favorite, which is Katie, and then also Michelle, who rightfully deserves her own journey for love as well. I'm excited, okay? I'm actually really, really excited. I think that is one way to reel a little bit Bachelor Nation back in. But you know, The Bachelorette is just a little bit more entertaining than The Bachelor anyway. A lot less cattiness, a lot less drama, more semi-focused on the love stories. Now we just need to figure out who's going to be the Bachelor. So I mean, that's either going to be from Katie's season or Michelle's season, unless they end up doing 2 Bachelors at the same time, which I don't know about that. Or I mean, since they love digging from the past, we can always get one of the season 16 guys to go on The Bachelor, because can we please get any of the season 16 guys to be a Bachelor? Please, 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 please. So that is pretty much it, you guys. That is the whole thing. I am so happy that this season is over. I need a break from The Bachelor, okay? I need a break from this franchise, from this series. I need a break. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. And if you like watching these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys when The Bachelorette finally airs. So until next time, bye guys.